Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another very important video on the fastest countries giving Schengen visas. And this is specifically for Indian passport holders, and this is based on the data from the last 3 years. So before I explain all the countries, what are the criteria, what are the rules, as you can see on my screen, 98% of you who are watching my channel regularly are non-subscribers, and it is a very disappointing stat. I hope you hit that subscribe button and support my channel. So in this video, I'm going to base it upon 3 criteria and based on the research from the last 3 years. So the first criteria is fastest processing times. So these countries have the fastest processing times. The second reason is lesser rejection rates, and also the third reason is improving travel gateway. When I say travel gateway, as you know, Bulgaria and Romania are part of Schengen countries in 2025. So that makes it a list of 29 countries you can possibly visit on your Schengen visa, which is an amazing movement from the Schengen zone. So these countries that I'm going to talk about, all these visas can be applied through VFS Global. I know previously in my video you asked whether Spain can be applied through VFS. Spain cannot be applied through VFS Global, guys. Further, you will have to apply through BLS. The first country on this list is Iceland, which has got 2.2% rejection rate, which is the lowest rejection rate among all the 29 countries that you just saw. And the only downside about Iceland is, if you go to VFS, there is only limited slots available per week. I think there is only 1 or 2 slots available per week in terms of booking, because they do not process large number of applications. They only process shorter number of applications, which leads to proper verification of the documents and also lesser rejection rates, guys. Because when you take the documentation to VFS, if something is not right, they will not even accept the documentation, and they're very precise. Once you submit the documentation in VFS, everything is clear, then you will definitely get your visas. That's why Iceland is very limited number of slots. They accept very limited number of applications in VFS. But once you submit in VFS, once you have submitted it, cross-verifying by VFS agents, if all the documentation is proper, then you're bound to get the visa, because rejection rate is only 2.2%. So whenever you're applying, if you want immediately, it might not be possible because the slots are less. But if you're patient and if you start your visa application process before 6 months, then Iceland is one of the best countries that you can apply for Schengen visa. And this again, guys, is based on the data of the last 3 years. So please do keep that in mind. The second country that I want to talk about in this list is Switzerland. Switzerland has got a rejection rate of 10.7%. You might feel that 10.7% is too much, but in actual reality, 10.7% is not so much, guys. 10.7% is pretty decent compared to Indians losing over 600 crore rupees in 2024 alone. 10.7% rejection is, trust me, it's very less. Switzerland is one among the countries with Italy and Germany who accept large number of applications in all those 29 countries. If you see in these 29 countries, if you see the largest number of applications accepted, it would be Switzerland, it would be Germany, and it would be Italy. They accept a huge number of applications, and recently, in the recent past, even France have started to accept large number of applications. So Switzerland ranks with a rejection rate of 10.7%, and VFS slots are mostly available for Switzerland. I've not seen anyone complain about the VFS slots. So Switzerland is something that is one of the go-to countries when it comes to Indian travelers in Central Europe, because they want to include Switzerland in their itinerary. Whomever itineraries I've seen, for the guys whom I have prepared cover letter and itineraries, I've seen Switzerland is a common country that's part of all the itineraries. So I hope you can consider Switzerland in this list when applying for Schengen visas. The third country I want to speak about in this list is Latvia. Latvia has got 11.7% rejection rate. And before I speak about Latvia, one thing you should know is not many people apply for countries like Latvia or Malta, where the rejection rate is very less, guys. Usually people prefer to apply for the most popular or the most common countries. Latvia ranks third in the list because this is specifically for Indian passport holders and Indian travelers who have submitted the data from the last 3 years. And Latvia stands out as well, and there is no complaint on Latvia as well in terms of rejection rates or in terms of getting VFS slots. So you can easily get the VFS slots. Not many people would be there. When I went for my Norway visa, I did not see anyone who had come for Latvia visa. And flights will be a little bit tricky. You'll have to enter one of the other Schengen zones and then go to Latvia. But do consider applying and visiting Latvia, which is also one of the hidden gems of the Schengen countries out of 29 Schengen countries. The fourth in the list is Italy itself, and this has got a rejection rate of 12%. And Italy, like I said, is top on the list when handling large number of applications. And if you see, there are direct flights available from Mumbai and Delhi to Milan, to Rome. There are direct flights available from India, so you can definitely consider Italy as one of the countries to apply Schengen visas. And Italy has also got a record for faster processing times. They may have a little bit higher rejection rates when compared to these three countries, but Italy has a very faster processing time. So consider applying to Italy. So what happens when you apply for these common countries is the processing time will be faster, guys. Whether they accept the visa or reject the visa, the time which they take to process the visa will be very, very faster. And this is one of the popular countries among Indians. Switzerland, Italy, France would be on one of the two itineraries that I have seen, and Italy is certainly there in most of the itineraries. So the fifth country that I want to talk with a rejection rate of 12.7% is Luxembourg. Again, Luxembourg is one of the richest countries in the world. There are a lot of millionaires and billionaires in Luxembourg, and Luxembourg is very, very clean country. It's a very beautiful country, and it's again one of the hidden gems of the Schengen countries, Schengen zone, which is part of 29 countries. So Luxembourg has also very, very less rejection rates, and Luxembourg can be applied through VFS Global. So whatever countries I've listed, guys, can be applied through VFS Global. So definitely do consider this. So these were the top 5 countries. There is a long list, but I'd like to keep it very short in this video because I don't want to create the length of this video to exceed more than what time you guys are expecting. So these were the top 5 countries that I would recommend to apply Schengen visas. And as you know, why I didn't recommend France is France have tightened their Schengen visa rules for all the travelers on the world, and France was one of the top issuers of Schengen visas to countries like Algeria and China, especially China, which ranks number 1. So please do reconsider when applying for France, because they've tightened the rules because of border security and immigration problem. So these 5 countries have lesser rejection rates, faster processing times, and also even if your Schengen visa gets rejected, guys, you will get to know faster. I'll give you a small example. This is what I wanted to save it for the last, is when you go for Norway. When I applied for Norway Schengen visa back 6 months back when I went in September, I got my passport after 2 months after submitting. So literally for 2 months, they did not even bother to update the status, or they did not give me any status. 2 months my passport was in Consulate of Norway in New Delhi. And they took a lot of time to process. Usually Scandinavia this is the problem, exception for Iceland. They take a lot of times for processing. So when I went to submit it for Norway, I got the status, your application is submitted to the consulate. Then after 2 months, finally got my passport with visa. And after I got my passport, there was only 1 month left for my travel. So I applied, even though I applied before 4 months, there was hardly 2 months left for my travel, and I couldn't have taken the risk if it got rejected to apply for another country in terms of Schengen visa. So be very proactive, do a lot of your own research, and my only humble request and advice is do not go to visa agents. You will get scammed left and right, so avoid going to visa agents, wasting your money. Rather, if you want cover letter and itineraries, a lot of people have taken it from me, guys, and have prepared it to them, and they've all got their visas. The record has been good so far, but again, giving the visas or rejecting the visas is not in the hands of anyone, it's only in the hands of consulate. So I hope this information is very, very valuable, guys. I hope this last 8 to 10 minutes was very valuable. I'll catch you guys in my next video.